Hello, whoever's tuning in. Sorry about that interruption. I actually, that was my fault. I'm just going to be honest. Really good. Really good stuff. All right, I have this turned on. I'm going to be cooking some filet mignon and some Argentine red shrimp. I don't know why this isn't hot. Let me see here. Let's see. I am going to have a new cooktop. I've ordered one, so I'm excited. It's going to be much smaller, so I could do different types of dishes instead of just cooking on a griddle. And I just like this area as far as in my kitchen. And I like cooking here because of the lighting and stuff. So when I cook on my regular stove, it's kind of just not really the space for filming, I guess you could say, because I live in a small apartment. I'm single, and yeah, so this is my area that I came up with as far as making videos, so I could keep cooking here. I ordered a few new things to add to my, I guess you could say, cooking studio, because I actually have box lights, and I bought this table for this specific reason, and I've ordered me a new cooktop, so I'm looking forward to that. But for now, let's get this going. All right, so I do have 2 filet mignons. I got these for a very good price. And this is filet mignon. Keep in mind, it's just the cut of the beef and, you know, where it's being cut from and how it's cut and stuff like that. So I got these 2 for about $17 and something, and they're really thick. And it was a good price as far as for 2. So I picked them up and was like, this is perfect for Friday night dinner. I am going to lightly pepper and salt this side and then toss it on and do the exact same thing to the other side. So let's get this done. And for filet mignon and stuff like that, I like to keep the ingredients and seasonings simple for just some dishes as far as beef and whatever I'm cooking up. I cook things a different way for a different reason, because I just want to not overpower the flavor, I guess you could say, of the actual beef, and I just want to enhance it. If that makes any sense, I don't know if it does. I will admit it. No, I'm playing. Okay, so I'm lightly salting. Not lightly, maybe just a bit of salt and pepper. for this side, I am going to be using my new favorite avocado oil. Been really enjoying this for everything. It's good for dressings, vinaigrettes. This is really good for vinaigrettes and stuff because it doesn't have any flavor or that much flavor. All right, let's drizzle some on here. Toss my filet mignon down. Let's get it nice and oily. Some pepper. You're going heavy on the pepper. I like me some pepper, baby. Sea salt. The sea salt is going on. I have some fresh rosemary. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just break this up a bit just so I can put some on the bottom. So I do want some on the bottom. There we go. And then I toss them on top so when I flip it, okay, so I have my handy dandy cutting board right here. Do I need a spatula? No, I don't need a spatula. All right, I do have some fresh garlic. I don't like to put the garlic on the bottom because I don't want it to burn and get bitter. So I just like to put some on top so when I flip it, you get a bit of that taste. Let's see here. Oops, oh. Just need a bit more. I have a bit of shallot. Just like to peel. I like to peel the top layer off. You get all of that skin off of here. Toss that in the trash. Now I'm just going to slice my shallot. I'm not going to slice it too thin because I don't want it to burn and cook too fast as far as for my steak and stuff. So just going to give it a rough chop. And just toss this all around my... Ooh, wait a minute, I don't want to burn myself. Turn that down a bit. While that is cooking up, I'm going to just get my salad. I bought a salad kit, so this is just a classic Caesar salad kit. I'm going to toss this together for my side. I'm not doing no vegetables or anything. I'm just going to have a Caesar salad with some Argentine shrimp and some filet mignon. Alright, I got me a plate. I want to cook this a bit before I actually put my Argentine shrimp on. So this is looking pretty good and it's coming along good. So I have some Argentine shrimp. I like to peel my shrimp and eat it sometimes. It depends on my mood. So I'm going to leave the shell on for this. And these are not cooked. Argentine shrimp are actually red. For this, I'm going to turn this down just a bit because I don't want it cooking too fast. I'm going to add, for my Argentine shrimp, I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes because I like the spice. Going to add just some regular pepper. Some sea salt. Just a bit of sea salt. Boom. And I have some lemon. Toss that in the trash. And let me set this over here real quick. I actually prefer cooking over here because for some reason, whenever I cook this way and over here on a live, it's really easy to clean, easy cleanup. Whenever I make a regular video, which I edit and stuff, for some reason, those videos are totally messy. I have some fresh garlic. Okay, we want all that goodness up in there. Fresh garlic is on. I think I might add a bit more fresh garlic because I am leaving the shell on. So I want to make sure I get all that flavor for my shrimp. So here we go. Oh wait, oops. Get more fresh garlic. Just go ahead and toss that on there. Don't worry about it. It's going to be good. Now for my shrimp, I'm going to add some fresh basil. You could use dry basil or fresh. They're both two different tastes. Dry basil gives off a totally different taste than fresh. Keep that in mind. And it really doesn't matter. It just depends on what you prefer, actually. So I do have some fresh basil for my shrimp because I feel honestly, when I add my butter and stuff with the garlic, the basil just gives off everything you need for shrimp. So we got some basil. Hitting it with the fresh basil, that's going to bring out everything you need. Believe me. For this, I'm going to use Smart Balance. As far as for butter replacements and stuff like that, I feel like Smart Balance, it just, ooh, excuse me. The hot pepper flakes are actually kind of making me cough. But this right here doesn't change the flavor of anything, but it does give a nice buttery texture and everything you want. And this is my go-to for when I'm making something like this. I don't use the I cannot believe it's not butter for these type of things because this is a better option as far as for my opinion. And it just gives me just the right flavor. So I'm going to be using this, and this is the Smart Balance light one, and it does have, I guess, flaxseed oil in it, so it's pretty good. And it's just really good for things like this. Turn this up. I did turn it down because I want to make sure I cook this. I don't want my filet mignon rare. I like mine maybe a medium well, but I don't want it overcooked. So it all depends on how you like your steak. So I'm adding my butter to my shrimps, my shrimpies. I turn this heat up. What is going on? Turn it up, baby. This should be turning up in a minute here. So now that I have my shrimp on, I am going to toss it up a bit. I need to get me some tongs because my tongs are the miniature ones. They're really small. And They actually fell apart. How? I have no idea. Well, I'm going to toss my shrimp together. And sometimes I like to leave the shell on. Sometimes I don't. It all depends on the mood. And plating too. Like if you want to make like a nice dinner for someone and you're having company, for me, I decide if the people or person, if you're making a dinner for someone, if they like the shell on, you could ask them or off. It all depends on the dish you're making. So for presentation and stuff like that, the shell on does look better. And you know, you get all that flavor, you get to peel it, and it's kind of like an experience while you're eating, I guess you could say. With the shell on, it does add more flavor too, because a lot of the flavor is in the shell. There we go. These Argentine shrimp, you could get a big bag at Winco. I'm going to go ahead and share the bag that I bought. Okay, so this is what you could get at Winco. And these Argentine shrimp are so delicious. You can pick this up at Winco. And this is the Wild Ocean Shrimp Royal Eagle Easy Peel Tail on Argentine Red Shrimp. These shrimp are such a good quality. You get so much in this bag. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dinners, depending on what you're making, maybe 7 or 8. These are huge. So if you have a Winco in your area, or you have anybody as far as a grocery store that carries the Royal Eagle Wild Ocean Shrimp, check these out. They're delicious. You could add them to a lot of different dishes. And sometimes if I'm cooking lobster, if I make like a lobster dish, you could actually add these in, and you can't even tell the difference what is lobster and what's not, depending on what ingredients you toss them up with. So it's just really versatile. Okay, so now that this is cooking, I'm going to actually make my salad, which is going to be simple because it's just a bagged salad. And let's flip my filet mignon. The filet mignon is ready to flip, as far as my opinion. And for me, and this is just my opinion, with filet mignon and stuff like that, I feel less is more. And the more fresh ingredients, like fresh garlic or shallots and stuff like that, and rosemary, the better. And it's just something to keep in mind when you're just doing a specific type of beef and you just want something to taste a certain way, and you don't want to overpower it with too many ingredients, because that's why you're getting this type of cut, and it's for the beefy flavor, I guess you could say. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But that's just how I feel when I'm cooking it. And I actually just enjoy cooking Friday night dinner and weekends. I'm home on the weekends, and this is my favorite thing to do, so it is what it is. Now that I see my Argentine shrimp kind of curling up, I'm going to toss them up a bit. And add just a bit more lemon. There we go. Happy Friday. Hi, Tony. Hello. Hi, everybody. Sorry if I haven't said hi. And I'm making some filet mignon with some Argentine shrimp. I'm not looking at my device. I'm actually just cooking. So thank you for watching. And this is just my type of Friday, and I really enjoy cooking. And on my Fridays, I actually like to cook a nice dinner and just watch me some Netflix or TV shows and stuff like that. So this is just my favorite thing to do. And I like to share it. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to toss my salad on a plate. I don't know how, I'm not going to do, should I do this in a bowl? Yes. All right, let me get a bowl. All right, so I'm going to get me a bowl or a salad dish. Toss this in here. There we go. I'm not going to eat all of this salad probably, but the majority of my meal, I like to make sure I eat most of my salad and vegetables. And anything else that I don't eat, I actually just refrigerate it and save it for the next day. All right, I'm going to turn this just down a tad. Because if you actually watch your steak when it cooks, you can see the blood right here coming out. So I know it's nowhere near medium. Excuse me. Whoa, those hot pepper flakes are very spicy in the air. The aroma kind of makes you want to sneeze or cough from the red pepper flakes. But yeah, so excuse me for that. But as far as the steak, I like mine medium rare. Or maybe just rare. All right, so now I'm going to add the salad dressing that came with the salad kit. Just kind of drizzle it on here, and I'm going to toss it all together. But I want to drizzle this on first. And this is just Friday night dinner for me. Ooh, oops. I just made a mess, but oh well, who cares? All right, there we go. Get that on there. Wash my hands after that crazy situation. I'm playing around. Just give this a toss. Just want to make sure I get that dressing mixed up a bit. That's good enough. Now I have the packet of the Parmesan that comes with the salad. Just toss that on. With these, it only comes with a few croutons, so I like to give these a crush. Just crush them up a bit. Because there's not many in here, and just crush it up a bit. So it feels like you're getting more, I guess you could say. Just toss these on. So this is my Caesar salad. I am going to toss this in the refrigerator for just a minute and let it chill while my steak is cooking up and my shrimp. And do keep in mind my shrimp is raw. It's Argentine red shrimp, so it's red because it's that color, even if it's not cooked. So there we go. We got us a salad going on. Put that in the fridge. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over just one more time. Whoa, come on. What is going on? All right. So that side is not looking how I want it. So now that I check this side out, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over, crisp it up just a bit, and turn my heat off. I don't have a, I guess you could say, a certain type of way to cook a steak, because it really all depends on your preference. If you want it well done, extra well, raw, rare, whatever you want to call it, medium rare. It all depends on your taste and how you want your steak. So for me, I want it medium, but I don't want it bloody. So I can see right here, this is still red. So I'm nowhere near what I want as far as my medium steak. And I do have a meat thermometer. I can use that if I want to, but I basically kind of know how I want it and how long to cook it. So it all depends on you and your preference. So there's not really any wrong or right way to cook a steak. It's like cook it up how you like it. And that's just my opinion. And if anybody asks you to cook one for them, just ask them how you like it done. All right, and let me see here. I'm going to clean up. I like to clean as I cook. Let me see. There. I'm turning this up just a bit to make sure everything is done. And we're going to plate this. I'm back here cleaning my cutting board. I like to clean as I cook. I like to clean as I cook. Who's down for that? I like to clean as I cook because you just don't want everything to get too messy. Why isn't this on? Come on, baby. Turn it up. There. I'm turning my heat up. I'm going to turn it up just a bit to make sure everything's nice and hot. Get my steak going, and we're going to plate this. Hi, Tony. Hello, Tony. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to take time to look over here. Hi, Tony. Yes, it's really good. I'm making some filet mignon with some Argentine red shrimp and a side salad for my Friday night dinner. Weekend vibes, you know. This is just my type of fun, and I love to have me a nice Friday night dinner and watch all my favorite shows and share good things. I am trying this for the first time. I'm not going to douse my steak in it because I don't want to overpower it with too much flavor, but I did purchase this. This is the Lawry Steak and Chop. You could use it for a sauce or a marinade or a dipping sauce. So I'm going to be trying this out for the first time because it was only like almost $3 and the A1 sauce was like $6. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to save me a few bucks and try out this Lawry's marinade because they say you could use it for a marinade or a dipping sauce. So let's see how this tastes. Hey, I'm trying to save some money here. Save your coin, save your money. If it tastes just as good, you know, hey, why not? Okay, so let's give these little shrimps one more toss. One more toss for the shrimp. And let's see here. I think the shrimps need more butter. What do you think? I think the shrimp needs more butter. That's just my opinion, and it's going to get some. Oh! Oops. I dropped my butter, but it's not going to kill nobody because the surface is clean. Okay. Okay, so let's just make sure we're tossing everything up. And do keep in mind, I did turn the heat down just so I can make sure my steak kind of cooks through because I don't want my steak too raw. I'm not looking for rare or, you know, medium rare. I'm looking for medium or medium well. I guess you could say that's how I like it. There we go. Ooh, yes, this looks so good. Oh my God. Ooh. That hot pepper is peppering. All right, looking good. Now that I have everything almost done, I'm going to just top this off just with a bit more salt and pepper. And I like to cook my stuff with love. I take my time. I like to caress my steak with a bunch of love and, you know, just take my time and just make sure it comes out good. Just mix that all up. We got our rosemary, our garlic. Just make sure you just mix everything. Who says you could only flip your steak once? I like to mix mine in that oil, get all the rosemary and all that fragrance and all those herbs. Just garlic, shallots. Just make sure everything's nice and mixed. And now I am ready to turn this off. Don't be afraid. Oh, don't be afraid to toss and turn your steak around and just get it in all that nice juice and these shallots and just mix it all up before you are done. So I turn this off. I'm done. I'm good to go. Just toss my shrimp one more time. There we go. I'm going to take this steak off and let it rest just for a few minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Let's take this off. We're going to set this aside. We have some caramelized with a bit of crispiness shallots. Right, now I'm going to turn my burner completely off. If you could just wait for 1 second or maybe a minute or two. I'm going to let this rest just for a minute or two, just for the video. I normally would let my steak rest probably for about maybe 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. But for this live, I'm going to slice into it a little bit sooner. So let's plate this up. Right. Give me a plate. All right, I'm getting me a plate. I shall return. I have to get a plate. It's very important because I'm not going to burn my little fingers and eat it off the griddle. I'm joking. Okay, so I think my steak has rested, not long enough for me, but I'm going to go ahead and plate this. Let's slice into one of these just so you could kind of see as far as where I'm at. So let's get this right here. There we go. Let's slice my steak. I should wait a few minutes longer, but I'm not going to. So let's see here. Is this the one I want to slice into? I'm going to slice. Yes, I'll slice into this one right here. I do want mine medium well, I guess you could say. I don't like no raw steak. That's just my preference, and everybody likes their steak a certain way. So let's go ahead and slice into this. And I like mine medium well. So that's what I'm going for. So it's going to be just barely pink. Barely pink for me because I don't like no raw meat. And, you know, it's your preference. It's exactly how you like it. That's why people ask you how you want your steak cooked when you order it somewhere. And this right here is exactly how I like mine. Let's see here. This right here is just a bit pink. It's not well done. If you could see it off camera, it looks a lot better. But this is just pink, and this is how I like my steak. So I guess you could say it is medium well, I guess you could say. Because the thicker parts are kind of more pink. And that's perfect for me. This right here is perfect for me. I'm not about to chase no cow and take a bite of it, okay? I don't like my meat raw. But I do like a good medium well, I guess you could say. So this is my way of cooking it for myself. But if anybody else wanted it any other way, I would cook it the way they wanted. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to plate my plate and show you what's up for my dinner tonight. I do want to do some collabs. I have been like reaching out to people to collab, and I wouldn't mind cooking for someone just to see their opinion on, you know, how I could cook. So I do want to do some collabs with people, and I'm looking forward to that, and it'll just be fun. So do I need any of that? No. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plate this, make it look pretty. I don't know if it's pretty or not, but gonna make it look good. Let me see here. Set that right here. Set this right here, and I will show you in a minute what is going down on this plate. I'm going to take a bite of this one because I'm starving. I haven't ate all day. This is the first thing I made. I'm going to go ahead and stick these little grilled onions on top of this. I'm almost done plating this up. I have my salad. I don't know if I'm going to stick. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stick some salad on here. Okay, so let's just toss this like this. And I'm trying to work on my plating skills and make everything look a bit more good, I guess you could say. Now, how am I going to do this? I need, you know what, I'm just going to use this right here. Okay, so grab some of this, toss it right here. There we go, looking good. Wait a minute. Now I just want a few of these. I'm just looking for some croutons just to. There we go. All right. Oh, I got one more crouton. Okay, here we go. Croutons are looking cute. All right, so let me see here. I'm going to show you how this looks. And this is my Friday night. This is my Friday night dinner. I have me some filet mignon, Argentine shrimp. I don't know why the light does that, but here we go. So, shell on Argentine shrimp. When you eat this and kind of suck your shrimp, I don't want to say it that way, but when you kind of eat your shrimp a certain way, let's put it that way, you're going to get all that flavor, and then you could peel it and enjoy it. So this is my filet mignon. With Argentine shrimp. And a side salad, a Caesar salad. At home. So this is a steak and seafood dinner at home. You could toss together yourself. Really good. This is 5-star restaurant tasting good. You could whip it up at your house. Try it out. And, excuse me, I'm back here still kind of chewing on a piece of steak. And yeah, so enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. Try this out. You can whip your own 5-star restaurant food at home. So do it. And I'll see you in my next live or maybe in an upload. Don't forget to hit like, and I'll see you next time.